Him standing upside down, living in the gangster's paradise. Him standing upside down. Mike, how you doing, brother?
Why'd you stop? There, that's a banger.
No, it's a great song. I just watched a
It
movie
is.
where it was like on repeat like the entire movie, so it was in my head. It was roaming through my head. What do you think, Mike? The new lighting. I mean, I had to get something going, you know?
Hey, it's better than mine. I know. I apologize to the viewers. Apparently, by the way, it's hard for people to people can't figure out how to watch. I've had a couple of my friends like, how do I can't see anything. Hey, figure it out.
Yeah.
All right? It's one button.
Just a quick tutorial for you guys if you need it. If you need it, if you don't worry about it. All you gotta
I
do.
no, let them suffer.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you're getting to tune in live with us. You're with your boys Mike and Zay, fearlessly forecasting. And it's gonna be a great show. Got a great episode. We got to jump right in. You know what we like to do here. We like to start off with scripture. We got to do it because the word is amazing. It's powerful, and we got a absolute banger of a verse coming in, and it's exciting. It's one of my favorite verses. It's Romans chapter 8 verse 18. Romans chapter 8 verse 18. And it says this. It says, I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. I consider that our present sufferings aren't worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. Mike, that's the verse. Talk to me. Tell me what you think of that verse.
I love the last part. Those last two words. In us. It doesn't say to us. It doesn't say about us. It says in us. Because Jesus works from the inside out. And I love that like because it's so true,
Mhm.
you know? Like, I mean, we've both been through our fair share of struggles and suffering and stuff. Um, but it's true. Like, those when you have um, Jesus in your life, the other side is always better, and the peace is always more than you could ever feel otherwise. You know, and it's also just a reminder that you serve a God who suffered with you, or who suffered as well. Like he literally what happened when he came to be a human. Whether he got beaten, tortured, and now he sits at the right hand of the Father. And so I think if it's true for him, it's true for us. And whatever suffering you're going through, you're not going through it alone. You know, Jesus is with you, and that he will reveal to you the purpose of why that happened, pretty
Mm.
much.
Yeah. No, it's great. I love this verse so much because I mean, just literally everything that you said, just being it. Honestly, I love what you said to start it off. I had never, honestly, like when I was reading it, I was like, this doesn't in my head, it didn't make sense grammatically to say in us. Like I wanted to say to us, but I love that you pointed that out because that's so good. Like the things that we go through, the struggles that we go through, the trials that we go through, sometimes. I'll say it like this. Sometimes I truly believe there is moments when we go through struggles or hardships, or I would even say consequences because of our disobedience. But I would be lying to you if I said that everything that was quote unquote what we would say is bad done to us, or a bad situation, or a hardship, or a suffering, or a whatever it may be. I would be lying if I said, or let's just call it a storm, right? I believe that I've heard it said like this, like there's storms of disobedience, but there's also storms of obedience. And you see it in the Bible so many times. Like, Jesus tells the disciples to literally go to the other side of the lake. They're obeying him by doing that. And then a storm comes. That's just the simplest point of being able or going through a storm in obedience. And I say that all to say, like, I love what you said. Like those things, they create character. They build something inside of us that we can go back to, that we can look back on. So I think that's so powerful, what you said. But yeah, I agree completely. Like with this verse, it's so simple, but it's so powerful. I love saying that term because I believe that that is what the gospel is. It's simple. It's easy to do. It's easy to take a step. It's not the easiest to live out because there is hard things that come. There is hard moments that come. It's hard to live as a believer, but it's the best life possible because we get to walk through every situation with Jesus. But just that point of no matter what bad I go through, no matter what wrong I go through, no matter how hard the circumstance feels, like I don't know, like I think of the verse that talks about joy is going to come in the morning. Suffering may last for a night. Suffering may last for a season. Suffering may last for, and that sometimes those seasons, if I'm being honest, like those seasons can last weeks, months, and if we allow it to, even years. But there is joy that always comes with the Lord. And you'll see it in his believers over and over and over again. You will see it time and time again of like literally like somebody's going through a really hard situation. They lost a loved one, they lost someone they cared about, and they have this kind of joy about them. And that's literally just the grace of God and Jesus being living inside of them. But I love that verse so much. It's one of my favorite verses, and just I don't know, all the encouragement in the world to whoever's listening, and honestly, just to me and Mike also, just like if we're through a season of suffering right now, or if we're going to go through a season of suffering, it can't compare to the glory that we're going to see. It can't compare to what God is going to do in us and for us and through us. So I love this verse so
Yeah,
much. I think it's
I
so
like
powerful.
that. I had another while you were saying that another like kind of thought popped up is like without Jesus, you're living your life like worldly. The
Mm,
suffering that you go through serves no purpose. It doesn't matter.
mhm.
It's just emotions and feelings and things that happen to you. But with when you start living for Jesus, you start to understand like whatever circumstance you're in. And it reminds me of the verses um like the being needs having to be forged like iron, like you know, or like I don't know, but I don't know the exact verse, so I
Yeah, yeah.
apologize. Don't stone me. All
You're
right,
good. You're good.
guys, relax, okay? But it reminds me of that, of refining us like
There you
silver,
go.
I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, like with Jesus, your suffering serves a purpose, and
Hmm.
without him, it doesn't. And so, which way do you want to live? I would much rather live on this side, where I know that it's all, like you said, all built its character. It's all for something,
Yeah.
whether it's in this life or it's in the eternity for us. Like it's all for something.
No, for sure. And it's even it goes beyond that. I mean, you even see verses in the Bible of, it's Romans 8:28, for God works all things together for the good of those who love him. I mean, my life verse, and I know this verse hasn't had an impact on you, just Genesis 50:20 is like you intended it for evil, but God intended it all for good. So I don't know. I love the Bible. I love how it ties together. And hopefully this was encouraging to you. Like I always say, don't just take our word for it. You go read it, you go get something else. Me and Mike, I mean Mike took two words out of the verse, and it was something that opened my mind up, and I believe you can do the same thing on your end too. But so excited for the rest of the show. We got our pet peeves up next, and I think I got a good one this week. But Mike, I'm gonna let you go first. Pet peeve of the week. Let's get it.
This is one that I struggle with um, daily. Not daily, because realistically, it doesn't happen every day. But every time that I think about it, the anger that consumes me is it becomes palpable to the people around me.
Palpable.
Yeah. They can taste the anger that's seething out of my body. And it relates to this, right? This is a phone, for those of you who don't know.
Okay.
Um, it's a telephone. And so the way that you're supposed to use those things, somebody
Oh.
gets you a call, you answer it, you put it up to your ear, and you have a private conversation with your person, whoever called you, right?
Hmm.
But some people, what the enemy
I always
started
do.
started allowing people to do, he put this little button on it called a speakerphone button.
Oh no.
If you're at home, you got the speaker full blast. I got no problem with that. I do that. Okay. When I'm at home, when I'm in public, when I'm at a Walmart, it's always at a Walmart. All of these, it's always a Walmart. When I'm at a Walmart and I hear some woman screaming through the speakerphone, yelling at the other person yelling back full volume, and it's always in Spanish. Always in Spanish. I mean, I don't want to single out a particular race here, but guys, it's always Spanish. It's crazy. And so then I don't even understand. Like I'm scared now. I'm scared. Okay. I can't do it. The other thing is if it is English, it's never, ever an appropriate conversation to have on speakerphone. The guy's on his phone with his doctor. Yeah, so turns out, you got gonorrhea and we need to, and you're like,
It's in the self checkout
was I
line
supposed
too.
was I supposed to hear that? It's insane. People, guys, get off the speakerphone or get some headphones, which is even worse for some reason. It makes me even more mad.
When they have
Like,
headphones?
yes, because then you're talking to yourself. It's like, yeah, man, me and the wife we're gonna, and you're like, the hell, what's oh, because it's never every time that happens, it's never on your side, it's on the other side. So you
Yeah.
only used to see an ear, and he's talking to the frozen pizzas. Yeah, you're like, what's going on? Is this guy on crack? And then
That's
he turns
insane,
around.
man.
But
I
that's
got
mine.
my own problems with the phone. The phone, I got a whole different realm because I'll be honest, sometimes, well, no, I won't lie. Usually in public, I'm never on speaker. In my truck, I'll probably have you on speaker. Not the Apple CarPlay. Gosh, when I'm on the Apple, I want to shoot my truck when it transfers me to the Apple CarPlay, because there's always explosions that go on. You've been on the other side of this. Whenever you answer my call and it's on the ARP, it's
Dude,
gone.
my
Your hearing's
ears
gone.
bleeding.
Yeah. So my problem. This is a separate thing because Mike brought it up. My problem with the phone, and Mike knows this too. You're on Do Not Disturb. I'm gonna let you know. I got a problem with Do Not Disturb, and I'm gonna let you know about it. Mike knows because I guess what? Sometimes I'm Mike's alarm. Because guess
It's
what?
true.
He's on Do Not Disturb, and I need him to answer. Notify anyway. Notify anyway. I'm gonna use
Yeah.
it. Apple did that. I'm gonna use it. Thank you, Apple. Whoever created that feature, thank you. They're like some people need to get a hold of these guys, and so we're gonna put this in there for them. So, anyways, let me get to mine though. My pet peeve this week. I can't believe that I'm having this conversation. Okay, my pet peeve is for people and anybody that wears clothes, any type of clothing or shoes that does not fit them. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? I saw it. I've seen it mostly with clothes that just they don't fit. And I'm wondering, I'm thinking to myself, here's what I do. And maybe this is the solution for you. If you ever think to yourself, here's the thing. If you ever question it, and you may say to yourself, you may say this, oh, I just don't care what people think. Hey, relax, okay? Don't be prideful. Just listen for a second, right? So what I do every morning is I put on a shirt, put on my clothes, right? I look in the mirror, right? If I see that any part of any my stomach sticking out, change the shirt. Change the shirt. Get it
Good move.
removed. I'm gonna have to lose weight to try on that shirt again. It's just what I gotta do. It's just what I gotta do because it's a problem. I'm not gonna walk into Walmart and my stomach is hanging out of the shirt. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. Also, if your shirt is here, this is, you see this collar right here? This is how it should work. Right here. You see how it's perfect around here? If you got it lower, like here, and you're a guy and you got chest hair, hey buddy, let's go ahead and get either a collar that's here or let's shave this because it's ridiculous. I'm eating chicken and I'm looking across the room and I see hair. I got a problem with that. Clothes that fit us. The other day, I saw somebody wearing Birkenstocks. Okay, got no problem with them. You want to wear them? Do it. Make sure two things. Two things if you're going to wear Birkenstocks. Okay, two important things. You got decent feet. Okay, I'm going to say it. I'll tell you straight up.
Hmm.
If you got decent feet, I'll let you know. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I got great feet. I said it. I got great feet. Okay, but number one, you have to have decent feet. What do I mean by that? Here's what I mean. If you know that you have a decent foot, if you don't need to grab a what like a cheese grater to buff out your heel, okay? If you don't have to do that, you got a decent foot, okay? You're fine. You're cool. You're fine, right? And as long as there's not machetes hanging off your foot as toenails, you're fine. Here's my problem. I saw somebody wearing them and the toe didn't go all the way in the foot, in the shoe. It stopped, Mike. It didn't reach the top. It stopped. Look, if it's that, you're gonna have to get a new shoe, new size, or just don't wear the shoe. It didn't go all the way in. I was confused. I was like, look, man, I don't mean to be this guy, but that's not gonna work. Because guess what? Now that I saw it, I can't unsee it. And I'm gonna be
Yeah,
seeing
you
it
keep
all
looking.
night.
You're hitting
Like
those
I'm thinking
all
to
night.
myself, is this normal? That somebody's actually not looking down and saying, shoot, my foot doesn't go all the way in. It's like if I walked in somebody's house and they were like, "Yeah, you can take your shoes off at the door." And I had holes in my socks, right? I'd tell the guy, "Hey, look, if you want me to take off my shoes and I need to take them off, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Okay? It's not gonna work. Unless you got an extra pair of socks, we can make it work." That would never happen, but this is what I'm trying to relay the point. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know. Maybe other people are different. This is just my opinion. It's a pet peeve that I got. That's the one I got for today, but we got to jump into the next thing. You guys got to pray for us. Please pray for us. I know that there's some viewers that they're checking out right here because they know that this part of the show is over. Thanks for joining us. If you want to stay in for this football segment, do it. Shout out to the GOATs. Thank you for staying as long as you have. But Mike, it's time to get into football. You ready? Let's get it, baby. First things first. You know what we got to talk about. We got to talk about these boys. Okay? Cowboys. This past weekend, Sunday night football. 40-40 tie. Mike, give me your thoughts on the game.
I I want Roger Goodell's house bombed. I want his house bombed for committing acts of terrorism to football fans across the nation. Who approved these overtime rules?
Literally.
Who did it?
Ridiculous.
Who? You know, these are professional athletes. They're getting paid $1 million a second for breathing. We're going to end the game in a tie. Not only that, what's the point? What's the point of having an overtime if we can tie the game either way?
It's true.
We should have ended at 37, 37, 37.
It's true. It's a good
We should
point.
have. What's the point? Roger Goodell, I want your job. I need your job. Because you know what I would do? Immediately. I'm going to get into the game in a little bit. I just have to go on this rant because this has been bugging me all weekend. College overtime rules, copy paste. I don't care. I don't care if the game goes till midnight and I have to cut into NBC's. Also, NBC, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm watching the game on YouTube TV. All of a sudden, the fourth quarter ends. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm hyped. All of a sudden, some white lady gets on my screen. What's up, guys? Today we're in San Francisco and we're gonna be trying what? What's going on? Why do I have to get on an illegal streaming site? I use those. I use those. Why do I have to get on a legal streaming site and stream it to my TV? We pay for YouTube TV. I have
It's
to watch
true.
Dorothy and her food trip. Get out of here. NBC fumbled, and that's how I have a very very bad feeling that's why those overtime rules were created. There's a 10-minute limit because they have other shows that they need to get to. That's trash, bro. I don't care. I don't care if I have to buy if I'm the NFL, if I'm Roger Goodell, I'm buying all those slots. How much do you need? NBC, how much? Here, take it. We need a winner.
It's true.
I'm out of breath. Anyways, game was game was really good. Besides that, obviously ending a tie, but the game was good. I mean, Dak looked like prime Dak. Dak looked like an Dak didn't look good. He looked elite. 3 touchdowns, 300 something yards against a defense that's a legitimate defense. And Dak carved them up. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, we have the number 1 ranked offense according to Pro Football Focus, and then we have the number 32 ranked defense. Guys, for those of you who don't know, there's only 32 teams in the league.
Yeah,
We're last. We're last defensively. We're last.
sounds about right. Oh, what a game. All right, 40 to 40. Still can't wrap my head around it. Um, yeah, I agree completely. I don't understand the overtime rules. I mean, these aren't seven-year-old T-ball players who are all
Right.
getting participation trophies at the end of the game. It's like you said, these guys are getting paid millions of dollars for the win and loss column.
My money.
Yeah,
I buy the jerseys. I buy the tickets. I haven't bought a couple tickets, but like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
We buy this. They're getting paid off of us, and they're gonna tie, bro. What is this? JV light football? Not even in JV light did we have ties. All
It's
right.
true. We know all too well, unfortunately. But
Unfortunately, we did. We are B team legends.
yeah, um, but the game itself, I mean, Dak played a phenomenal game. It was looking rough in the beginning. It was gonna be 14-0, and we blocked the extra point and took it to the house, 2 points, and crazy to say, but momentum shifted right then and there. We're able to drive down, get a touchdown, able to, I think after that I think we got a field goal, and then after that we got a strip sack, and we were able to score. Unbelievable sequence. But then it became a game, and we scored, and of course, defense can't stop a cold. They scored continuously, all the way up until the fourth quarter, and we scored a touchdown, and I'm thinking to myself, 43 seconds, like, we got to do this. We need one stop. 4th and 6. I mean, I called it before. I was like, guys, he's not looking the sideline. He's not looking anywhere else but the middle of the field. They're going to run like a dig route. They're going to run a slant. They're going to run something to get in the middle of the field. Please, somebody be there. And of course, not only can we not apply pressure, but literally, Matthew Golden is right dead center in the field and catches the ball. And Chris Collinsworth feels that it's necessary to talk about how this guy has the best rookie hands that they've ever seen. It's like, bro, I mean, there's nobody within 2 yards of him. Like, let's relax with best hands ever. Let's take it easy. But anyways, that happens. You know the rest of the story. They go down, score a field goal, and then I mean, Jordan Love is driving, and somehow the clock stops at 1 second. That's hilarious to me that it stopped at 1 second. But anyways, ends in a tie. A lot of things to take away from it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm glad about the tie. I'm happy about the tie. We should have won the game. We should have won the game. It's the same story as Philadelphia. We should have won the game, but we didn't. We didn't win the game. Ended in a tie. And we'll see what happens from here on out. I think personally, the next 7 weeks, I'm just gonna be honest. I really think we can go 7-0 the next 7 weeks with the schedule that we have. That's just me. That's what I think. I think the hardest game on there is the Denver Broncos, who have a great defense, great team. But I just think we can go 7-0 from here on out. But we'll see what happens. The Cowboys, you never know. Texans this week. Bounce back, Mike. They're 1-3. They played the Titans 26-0. What do you think? Like, you thinking they're going to make a run at the playoffs? You thinking it was just the Titans? What do you think?
A little bit of both. It was just the Titans, honestly. Um, but there has only been one team to make the playoffs after starting 0-3, and it was the 2018 Texans, I believe.
Correct.
So little history repeats itself. Nobody would complain to see CJ Stroud in another playoff game. That would be amazing. See if he makes another run. AFC is stacked this year, though, so I don't think he would get out of the first round realistically, like with the team and the way that he's playing and the O-line, as atrocious as it is. I don't think he would really get that far. But I don't, I'm not opposed to, like, I think people would watch that game, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. I think the Texans O line just has been killing them all year, and it's just been getting worse and worse. But they got some great. I mean, they have some great playmakers. We know Stroud. We know what Stroud can do. We know what Nico can do. There's a new kid on the block at running back, Woody Marks. Is an absolute stud. He scored 2 touchdowns this week. I think he had like 19 carries. Played a great game. And if you can score touchdowns and run the ball great with that offensive line, you're a stud for sure. And we know their defense is solid. So it just depends on what they can do from here on out. I think they can repeat history. I think they can make the playoffs. We'll just see what happens. Because I do think they're in a softer division. I know the Colts are playing good, but I think the Colts are going to soon
Yeah,
fall off. We saw
kind of
them
like
play the
the
Rams.
Bucks, Buccaneers.
Insane.
My bad.
Insane.
Did you hear that? I got something in my throat. It's weird.
Absolutely insane. But the injury bug, Mike, it hit hard this week in
Yes,
the
it did.
NFL. Three players specifically, three top tier players. Malik Neighbors blew out his knee, ACL gone. Tyreek Hill, dislocated knee and torn ACL, I believe, is the diagnosis. And then Lamar Jackson is going to miss what seems to be 2 to 3 weeks with a hamstring injury. Um, I don't know. Injury bug is crazy. I can't believe those three split. I mean, Tyreek was having a pretty great. He was six for six on catches, had 67 yards. Looks like he was having a great, phenomenal game, and then just gets tangled up the wrong way and just knee dislocation and the whole thing. Malik Neighbors just a freak play, literally freak play, and then Lamar. I didn't get a chance to see what specifically happened to him, but hamstring. So I don't know. I don't know what you make of those injuries, but
So
injury bug
brutal.
is tough to handle.
It is. If you're listening to this and somehow you don't know, go drop those guys uh,
Yeah.
immediately. And
Yep.
then
Yeah.
don't text your group chat because they will all laugh at you, because I know Malik Neighbors was your first round pick if you drafted him. I know it. And so people are gonna laugh. They're gonna laugh at you. So just stay away from that. Just drop them silently. Don't even mention it. Don't try to be like, oh, guys, like this is my luck. Like, don't be me. All right, don't be me because I'm that guy. It's like, oh, just my luck. Happens every year, man.
So, unfortunate injury bug. Obviously, there's people you can pick up, fantasy wise within that. I wouldn't pick up another Miami receiver, me personally. But with the Giants, according to Mike, Mr. Jackson's dart looks like he's the truth. So, if you want to, you can pick up Darius Slayton. Should be available in most of your leagues. Wanda Robinson shouldn't be available, but if he is, I would pick him up. I think he's pretty nice addition. Um, for Lamar, I'm not gonna tell you to pick up Cooper Rush. I'm not gonna do it. I didn't like
Go
him when he
pick
was
up
in
Geno
Dallas.
Smith, man.
Yeah, I didn't like him when he was in Dallas, and I sure as heck don't like him when on the 4th and 2 he's throwing it out of bounds. Come on, man. What are we talking about? But anyways, all right, I got a question here. So check it out, Mike. Is it possible for a wide receiver to have the yips? And I say this in accordance to Mr. Marvin Harrison Jr., Ohio State stud, first round draft pick for the Arizona Cardinals, gets to Arizona and just has been struggling. I mean, and it's not even, you can't even say that it's just Kyler. Because the past 2 weeks, there have been moments where it's in his hands, just drops it. So is it possible, from your experience, from what you've experienced, is it possible psychologically to have the yips and just catching and holding on to the football?
Yeah, yeah. One of the most contagious diseases of all time, uh, according to me. Not according to the CDC. Should be recognized on the CDC as a disease, but yeah, definitely. Especially for guys that come in with a lot of pressure, like you start listening to the noise, and it's like, oh, this guy's like shouldn't have wasted that pick on him, and you
Mm,
get in your own head, and then you drop a ball, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, and then you try to really focus on that next ball, and you drop that one too because you're too focused on it. And yeah, you definitely can be yipped up. I like to say like just the lights are too bright. Kind of like my lamp, as you can see through my glasses. Lights are too bright. Just the lights are too bright. The moment is too big. And sometimes pressure creates diamonds, but then other times it creates coal. So Marvin Harrison right now, and then you have guys like Brian Thomas Jr. also can't catch a ball to save his life. Um, it's ridiculous. But I mean, not only for like these guys, obviously wide receivers, um, for sure, but like just all like any professional sport. Like if you look at like an MLB pitcher, if he gets rocked in the first inning, like oh, you kind of gotta as a manager, you have to kind of put that fire out a little bit and kind of get in pitcher's ear. Be like, hey man, just kind of shake it off because that can snowball very quickly,
mm,
and that's what you're seeing with Mr. Harrison Jr. I mean, a lot of pressure for that kid. The last name, the fact that he was so good at college, and the fact that he was the number 4 overall pick, like that's all huge. And so he just needs to loosen up, though. The kid is good. He's very good. He's shown flashes of it. Um,
yeah.
but you just gotta lighten up. You know.
I mean, this last game, he uh he showed out and showed up, and it's kind of crazy. It's like last week I told y'all boys to start that man. Because that boy had 19 points fantasy wise. We'll get to that though. Before we get there though, we got to get to our chase tower of QBs, guys. Same graphic, different tiers though. And it's a good one. I'm ready to break it down. I'm ready to talk to you guys about the different levels this week because it's gonna get fun. It's gonna get fun. So at the very bottom, Mr. Justin Fields has entered the chat. He hasn't entered the building, but he's entered the picture itself. Week before he had a concussion, and then with the concussion we couldn't put him on the list. But I got Caleb Williams kicked out, lost his key card. I don't care that they won. He played a terrible game. Played a terrible game. And I'm gonna say this real quick. Max Crosby needs to be Defensive Player of the Year. You're gonna hear it from me, and I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna even go on record saying this. Max Crosby might be one of the best defensive players I've ever seen in my life. He might be better than Micah. He might be better than TJ. He might be better than all these guys. I saw that guy like every play. Every play he was doing something. He was tipping balls in the air. He was catching interceptions. He was doing everything. Everything. Unbelievable. So, anyways, Caleb had a terrible game. He's got to be kicked out. Spencer Rattler continues to stay down there. Kyler didn't play that great. He had some sparkles, some warrior ball. If you're an NFL quarterback, you'll see the garbage time action. They made it a game against Seattle. I get it, but it was all in garbage time nonetheless. Seattle had it in the bag. Bryce Young, Geno Smith, and yes, my favorite, Cooper Rush is here because I love when, people delirious Cowboy fans when Cooper took over for Dak when Dak was healing were like, "Yeah, we're winning games with Cooper." Bro, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this with the Ravens either because he's not going to do that. So stop. Stop that nonsense. He's out of the building and he will never be inside my building. Um, but row one, I got Jackson Dart. I got Michael Penix, I got Trevor Lawrence, I got Tua, and I got Aaron Rodgers. Most of these guys, I think all of these guys were able to pull out the W's. Jackson Dart, first time seeing him in an NFL stage. He beat a great red hot team, my team, one of my teams that I like to make it far, one of my teams that has my MVP on it. They didn't play the greatest game. I can make all the excuses. They lost Joe Alt. They lost this. They lost that. They lost the game. Period. Jackson Dart, I mean, he stayed calm, cool, collected the whole game. Him and Cam Scatterboo were able to get it done. So Jackson Dart, I didn't see the whole performance of him, but I'm sure he played great. And I'll take Mike's word for it that he looked like the truth. I'll get to see him in the next couple of weeks and see if he is the truth and see where he ranks rest of season. But Michael Penix, great bounce back game. They did it against the Commanders, a great team. I know they have Marcus Mariota playing right now. Mariota is not a bum. He's all right. He's decent. But the Falcons able to bounce back after getting absolutely goose egged. Michael Penix was able to get the main pieces in Atlanta going. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan. That's what you want to do. That's all you can ask for. Next row, I got this is my favorite row right here. These are the frauds. The frauds that are having good seasons and good times that will never be good, will never be great, will never push your team to a long stretch. Is Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, and Bo Nix. I know what you're saying, Jared Goff, Super Bowl, NFC. Relax, okay? Because go ahead and look at those highlights and tell me if it was even worth you getting there. Anyways, Daniel Jones played a real team this week, the Rams, my Super Bowl pick. And first play, I mean, I think it was their first drive, he had a pick immediately. Played okay. Uh, he played decent the rest of the game, but he has to move down just because he wasn't able to get him over the hump, get him to win the game. Sam Darnold played a good game, but he forgot that Jackson Smith and Jigba was his number one target until the fourth quarter. Then he was like, "Oh, I should get this guy the ball." Jared Goff played a mid game. I mean, it is what it is. They played Cleveland, so Bo Nix played a great game this week. They played a JV light defense in the Cincinnati Bengals, so that is what it is. Next row. I got Jordan Love, I got Drake May, I got CJ Stroud, Hurts. CJ Stroud takes a jump up because I know who he is, I know what he can do. He showed it a little bit more this week, being calm, getting Nico going on a couple possessions, getting other pieces going. Jalen Hurts, I mean, you already know what it is. He's winning games, but he's not. Look, a good quarterback is able to get, in my opinion, you're not only able to win games. If this was a winner category, Jalen Hurts, by all means, you can be at the top. If you want him at the top as a winner, that's fine. This is a quarterback ranking, and if as a quarterback, when I'm playing, if I'm the quarterback of my team and I got Mike on my team, and then I got four other people who are just there, I'm gonna get the ball to Mike. That's what I'm gonna do. I know Mike can get the job done. He can catch the ball. I know how to hit a back shoulder fade, all this stuff, right? Jalen Hurts has AJ Brown, and AJ Brown has 2 catches for 7 yards. It just doesn't make sense to me. He's gonna stay in this category. Jordan Love had a great game. Great game, but there is pieces of Jordan Love that I'm telling you, they are fragile. He's loose with the football. You saw on the strip sack, and you'll see it again throughout the season. He's loose with the ball. He doesn't know how to protect it. Drake May, guys, I'm going to say it and I'm going to say it again. And people you can disagree with me if you want. Drake May long term will be the best quarterback in the draft class. Yes, in that draft class, he had Caleb Williams and he had Jaden Daniels. Long term, Drake May will be better than both of them. 100%. Next category, next row. I got Stafford, I got Baker, I got Herbert, I got Lamar. Baker and Lamar take a dip. Um, Baker threw a crushing interception. They had the Eagles, they shifted momentum. They were about to take over and take and be able to take the lead through a game crushing pick, which was disgusting. He has to drop. He has to drop because of that. Lamar played a bad game before the Chiefs. I don't care about the hamstring injury. I'm talking about the performance before the hamstring injury. Wasn't good. Stafford, I mean, 37 years old, and you're throwing it like you're 19. I mean, it's unbelievable what this guy does. Stafford, if you don't know, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks. And I mean, he just does it game in and game out. He just does it. Herbert stays where he is, just because I thought he played a decent game. Lost his offensive lineman, regardless of what people are going to tell you. The Giants' defensive line is solid. You lose an offensive lineman, pressure is going to increase, and he needs to be regardless. There's no excuse. He needs to not only win the game, he needs to be able to throw under pressure. Wasn't able to do it. He can't move up. I got to keep him where he is. If he does another week like that, he's gonna have to take a drop. Next row, Mahomes, Stafford, and Josh Allen at the top. It's a little biased, but I got Dak up there. And I got Dak up there because Dak has looked impressive, man. He has looked impressive. I can't lie to you. He did it to Green Bay. Green Bay, who, my goodness, people have been raving about this team left and right. Best defense, going to the Super Bowl, all these things. And he put it on them. He was dicing them up. He ran one in. He threw 3 touchdowns. He was forcing the ball to Pickens. He was looking for Jake Ferguson. He was getting the ball to Jalen Tolbert. He was throwing back foot fadeaways and landing the ball on point. Dak's at the top. Mike, 1 to 10. Tell me how I did.
Pretty good. Got a little mishap, Stafford on the list twice, but I mean, besides that,
That's
it's
unfortunate.
it's besides that, it's pretty good. Um, but I mean, yeah, look, I'm not gonna get mad at the Dak love, right? You know me, Cowboys fan, ride and die, till I'm 6 feet under. All right. So I don't mind it. I love the Dak love. He has been playing extremely well, and it's weird to say. Like it is weird to think like, oh, hold on, we might have like a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
Like it's even though I've always thought he was top 10, but
Hmm.
I think it's a shock to other people now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. And for Dak to do it without CD, that was just all the more impressive to me, too. I know Pickens is a beast, don't get me wrong. And also, I'm going to say this right now. If you think Pickens is better than CD, I'm sorry, man, but you need to stop. You need to stop. If you want to say Pickens has better hands than CD, that's something that's debatable, and I'll even give you that. That's fine. He's got
Yeah,
better hands than CD. Fine.
I won't.
But overall, come on, man. Let's stop playing games. Let's not do
Yeah.
that. Let's not get in that because there's a reason why CD's wearing 88 and there's a reason why Pickens is wearing 3. Okay? You wear 88 in Dallas because you're the man. So let's not even get into that. But uh, 1 to 10, Mike.
What did I give last week? An 8.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna give this one a. This is flirting with the 9. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Flirting with it.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
We got to get it to a 10 one of these weeks. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure, mark my words, Baker's going to have a bad game and I'm going to have to move him down. That's the week that the thing is that the ranking is going to be a 10. But we'll see. But anyways, guys, I got great news for you. We started the start set at 5-9. We were starting terrible. Since that since that start that we had, 5 correct and 9 wrong, we have gone we've fared pretty well. We're at 14 and 12 now. We got 14 correct, 12 wrong. So start sit, we've been pretty hot. And last week we told you to start Marvin Harrison. Last week we told you to bench the Bengals offense, all of them. We also told you to bench somebody else, and start a Mecca and Buka, and he has been producing left and right. And so, remember, you want to stay tuned for this. This is what I got this week. Start Keenan Allen. He's in for a bounce back. I think all the Chargers are going to be in a big bounce back week, especially Keenan Allen. That man, Keenan, that bald head man. He's going to get it done. Trey Benson. Trey Benson plays the Tennessee Titans this week. They let Woody Marks run with no offensive line. I think Trey Benson is going to have a great game this week. Wandale Robinson, I think he's going to have an amazing game. Sit this week. Cortland Sutton, super inconsistent. He just had a good bomb game. I think he's going to have a down week. Sit Isaiah Pacheco. He scored this past week. Some of you guys are excited. You're like, should I start him? Don't start him. Don't do it. There's so many better options. And then I would sit Jordan Mason. I know this one's a hard sit. If he's your only option, go ahead and play him. He might get lucky and get in the end zone, but they're playing Cleveland. Cleveland's been hard to run against all year. Pretty much any year, they're hard to run against, but especially this year, and especially with running backs like Jordan Mason. David Montgomery is a running back build that's like Jordan Mason. He was able to get 1.2 fantasy points this week on 9 carries. I think he rushed for 9 carries. He had 12 yards. That's not a production that you want. Gibbs had a different production, but Jordan Mason is not the runner that Gibbs is. It's just the truth. So I would bench Jordan Mason this week. But our game picks. Here's the truth, guys. Mike has taken the lead. Mike's taking the lead. Uh,
We've never heard that before, by the way. We've been doing this 3
I'm
years.
I'm
Never
getting
happened.
very greedy on these Eagle picks, and he's taking the Eagles, and it's biting me in the butt. So Mike is 42 correct, 22 wrong, and I am 41 correct and 23 wrong. I got to get back on the board, at least tie it or figure something out. So here we go. Thursday night football, 49ers against the Rams.
It's a great game.
It is a great game.
Um, Still no Ayuk, still no Kittle, and Puka's been going crazy. I gotta take the Rams.
It's unfortunate. I really thought you were gonna take the Niners. I'm gonna take the Rams as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of turning into a Rams believer, man. They look good.
Dude, just Devontae Adams on that team is just
Yeah,
it's not fair.
that's not fair. It's
It's
not.
not fair. But Vikings Browns.
Um, that's a game that I think the Vikings will win, but I won't be surprised if the Browns win.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Vikings as well. Raiders Colts.
The Colts. How about Ashton Genty, huh? Coming out party finally.
Yes, it's true. I'm gonna take the Colts as well. Dolphins Panthers. Oh, what a game.
Um, I still gotta take the Dolphins though after the Patriots, what the Patriots did to the Panthers.
Me too. Another great game. Giants Saints.
Give me Jackson Dart though. Goes 2-0, and then from there he won't get another win.
Yeah, give me the Giants as well. Cowboys Jets. We already know this one.
I gotta go with the
The
boys.
boys. Um, Broncos Eagles.
The Eagles. That sucks, but yeah.
I'm not gonna accept it. I think this is finally the trap game. I'm gonna take the Broncos in an upset. Texans Ravens. CJ Stroud versus Cooper Rush.
Man, give me the Ravens, man. That's so brutal. But
Wow.
yeah,
I gotta take the Texans. Titans Cardinals.
Cardinals.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals as well. Bucks Seahawks.
Um, I'll take Baker and the Bucks.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna take the Bucks also. Lions Bengals.
Take the Lions.
I got the Lions as well. Commanders Chargers. I think Jaden Daniels will finally be back this week, but Commanders Chargers.
Um, you give me the Commanders.
I got the Chargers on a bounce back. Patriots Bills Sunday Night Football.
Give me the Bills. Sunday night football. What are we doing, man?
I kind of want to take the Pats. Holy cow. This one's for you, Jules. I'm gonna take the Patriots.
He is
All right.
watching.
Chiefs Jags.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
I am going to take the Chiefs as well. And bye weeks officially start this week, so there's a little bit less games. Guys, make sure you're looking at your lineups. Make sure you're doing all those things. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. I hope you stayed up to this point. You already know what it is. You stuck this long. You're a real one. We appreciate you. And guess what? We got you in the next one. Can't wait to see you. Go Cowboys. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Why this beat so complex?